black. So they brought King Tut here, and whites lined up for years to watch King Tut, trying somehow to identify with history. If there's such a great civilization and such a great race, where is their evidence? I'll tell you how they did it. They said that the Egyptians were not black. Now, they will not say they're white. See, they won't say they're white, and they won't even say they're brown. They will just say they're not black. See? And yet our spirituals even, that we didn't listen to, go down, Moses where? Way down where? In Egypt land. Wait, not way up. Way where? Down in Egypt land. Tell who? Pharaoh. I said, let my people go. And they weren't talking about, they were talking about us. That's our history book. The Bible, Old Testament, is our history book. And our history book. And they took the history book, and that's what Mentacide, and turned it against us. How did they do it? How did they do it? They did it through the Bible. Through the Bible. Namely where? The book of Genesis. In the book of Genesis, where they said about Noah. Noah got drunk, according to the white interpretation. Noah got drunk, and his son Ham, while covering him up, observed him naked. And for that act, God, this is their interpretation of why we should be, why we are inferior, and why we should always be their servants. This is their interpretation. Y'all haven't heard it. This is it. They justify it by the Bible. They justify it by the Bible. See, the Ku Klux Klan is a religious organization. Y'all don't miss it. You know, they burn that cross, Nero, my God, to thee. Don't play them cheap. They are a religious organization. And so what they did is that they interpreted that Noah was drunk. Now, right away we run into a problem. Now, tell me something. Why would God, you all assuming there is a God, I have my own interpretation of that, but why would God curse Ham when it's Noah who got drunk? I mean, does that make any sense? Here Noah laid out flat, and Ham's covered, and I don't know how you cover somebody else without looking at him. But I've been showing you, it doesn't make no sense. Mentacide makes no sense. That's how effective it is. They can tell us anything. Anything. Not only that, so they said they would doom Ham for the rest of eternity, his descendants, to be servants of the servants of God. Now let's do another analysis. Let's say all that's true. That Ham saw his father naked. His father, God cursed Ham and said, okay, all your children, and your children are going to be servants. Now we got a problem, because there's something else happened, you know. God destroyed the world by water. And guess who was given responsibility for being on the ark? Noah. And Noah could only take what? His family and what? 2 animals. 2 of each animal. Now, it raises an interesting question. Here's the question. Since Ham, we know, is black, because even they say we're his descendants. Then, since Noah was his father, and whites insist that we did not come from the same source, which I agree with them, that means Noah had to be what? Black. And since Noah was on the ark, the head of the ark, see? The head, the captain, the chief, the pilot. We know how we got here. Now I raise the question, how did everybody else get here since only animals were allowed on ark? We might have found the answer to all of this stuff. If you want to play mind games, I'll play mind games with you. If you want to do that. See, that's why I say you cannot let other people define your existence. They'll do that every time. They'll always put you in an unflavorable light. You see what I'm talking about? We must look at everything, and the tragedy is every time they put something right, we believe it. Bobby, look. Here's the book. I mean, Bobby, look, and look here. Look at these footnotes. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. That's Mentacide. So we go on. Okay, let me give you a couple other type of things. And I'm giving you things you are not going to agree. I'm talking about. One was the treatment of what? Idiot men. President Idiot men. They convinced us that President Idiot men was the worst black that ever lived. And we lost one cardinal lesson. We forgot. and this is a law of mine, a right law. Y'all want a right law? Here's one. Anytime, all whites are against you, you're doing something right. You're doing something right. You're doing something right. And you never even heard a liberal white saying something good about any of men. You know what you all forgot? What we forgot? We forgot any of men making those white men carry him on their shoulders. We forgot that. We forgot any of men did something no other African leader has ever done. Putting all the whites out of Uganda and giving their jobs to black Americans. We forgot that. We forgot him making the ambassador from Britain kneel and come into his tent. We forgot all of that. So the apparatus, the mill apparatus went to work, and all those people that Idi Amin was supposed to have killed, they've never shown us one picture of them. They've never found the bodies. But they convinced us, and therefore they destroyed Uganda. They destroyed Uganda, one of the strongest African nations on the continent. The one who said that if Africa is to be free, black Americans will free it. Because blacks in the United States are the only blacks in the world who have been exposed to mass technology, who have been exposed to world government. That was Idi Amin. He had to be killed. He had to be in exile.